Hi, this is 365801, and this is a book and manga haul for the month of December 2024. So I think I have everything here that I purchased. I think there's 34 volumes here. A few of these are um, pros that I got from the charity shop, and a lot of them, most of them, the rest of them are all manga that I picked up. A couple of them were purchases I made in November that arrived a little bit later, and a lot of them I then just was like in a shopping mood. I don't know, boredom, insomnia, whatever it is. Yeah, I kind of went a bit OTT, and I haven't actually totaled it up yet, so I still don't actually know how much I spent on all of them. I need to go through all the records and stuff, and I don't know. Um, I haven't written down what I bought, so I usually do that before I've actually got to the stage. So yeah, there's a lot here. As I'm filming, I'll go through it. There is one particular publisher that I've purchased a lot from, secondhand, which means I'm getting much better deals than I would have. I know everyone will be able to buy them on their website in America with a really great discount sale and free shipping if it's orders over a certain amount, but they don't do that in the UK. So I just have to take the discounts and the deals as and where I can if I want to get good deals for them, and especially because some of these are recommended retail prices quite expensive. So yeah, I'm happy to get a bargain. As you can see, one of them's quite damaged. I literally just opened it up, so we'll see. We'll see what I got. Yeah, let's get into it. We'll start with the usual pros that I got from the charity shop, and then we'll move on to all the manga. So, starting with the books, the pros, that I got from charity shops. These are the 4 things I picked up. I picked up the pumpkin spice cafe because I've just seen it everywhere, and I didn't really buy it for me. I bought it for my sister. So, if she comes up, it's a wee cozy romance with a bit of spice, if she wants. Although I am going to have to stop doing that because I'm looking at my bookshelves and going, okay, there's something that needs to be addressed in 2025, and that is all of the books that I bought from charity shops that have been like, oh, I've seen this, and I've seen it on BookTube, and I've seen people talking about it, I've seen it in the shops, and then I'm not actually reading any of them, and so I should just stop buying them. So either take them back to the charity shop, or just like donate them to the library or something like that. I need to do something. Anyway, I did see Six Crimson Cranes and think, oh, lots of people have said that they like that. It's a really nice hardback copy. So yeah, that was £2. Pumpkin Spice Cafe was £1, and then the Sosuke Natsukawa book, The Cat Who Saved Books, is also £1. And then I saw Find Me. I don't know how to say this. Andre Asiman. And that's the author of Call Me by Your Name. And I have not read that one either. I haven't even seen the movie. I know I should. But yeah, these are the 4 things that I picked up from the charity shop. And yeah, they were all £1, or the hardback was £2. So that's going to go into a little project over 2025. Fingers crossed I actually get round to doing it. Maybe do like, what do you think? How to go through all of the books that I've bought that I haven't read yet. Should I do like a first chapter, or I might do a video where I just go through everything I've got and then do like random number generation or something. Yeah, let me know what I should do, because I need to read through all of these and decide if I'm going to keep them or not. And I'm fine with DNFing things like this and taking them back to the charity shop or donating them to the library, that kind of thing, because these are ones that I've picked up incidentally. They're not BL, so it's not like I'm gonna keep them if they're not for me. So yeah, this is what do I do? I have to read these, or at least give them a go, because there's bound to be some really great books that I enjoy, and I feel like that's what I'm needing to do in 2025. This is me starting the process at this point in the year, thinking about what I'm bringing into my collection and what I'm bringing to my house. And yeah, I'm sure you're all doing the same thing as well. I'd love to know what your plans are for 2025 in the reading, and any ideas what to do with all of these books that I'm not getting around to reading. So on to another prose, but this is one I specifically purchased, and I did manage to get, wow, one of the Peach Flower House titles, The Imperial Uncle. This is something that I have heard mixed reviews out. So if you've read this and you enjoyed it, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Just to make me feel like yes, I'm gonna give this a read. I feel like this was a little bit expensive for what I got. This was £17.60, which is nowhere near the bargains I could have gotten if I purchased it earlier. Which is, a cautionary tale. These kinds of titles and these kinds of publishers, you never know. Just in case you were wondering what I did with the Monogatari ones, I actually saw online. There's been so much discourse in the BL world over the last 2-3 months. It's been incredible. So with the Monogatari pre-orders that I had made over a year and a half ago now, I did contact them and ask for a refund. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I get that. I did get someone contacting me saying, can I get your contact information so I can process the refund? So hopefully that does happen and go through. I will let you know in the new year if that actually does happen, because I will wait and purchase it. I've had such bad luck with pre-orders that I'm almost scared to pre-order anything, because then it's not just me that's missing out, it's everyone else. Although it does seem to happen to me an awful lot. So yeah, I'm kind of very much aware that I'm not very lucky when it comes to pre-orders. So yeah, this was not pre-ordered. This was an afterthought order, like try and get some of the titles before they all disappear into the ether, and then I'll have to try and get them because they are now out of print and no longer being distributed. And so yeah, it will be a second-hand purchase or a lucky book purchase or something like that if I was to see them in the wild for Peach Flower House, which is a real shame. It's the same as Net Comics, so yeah, if you haven't, go out and get the titles if you can, if they're available, to see if you want them in your collection. So yeah, The Imperial Uncle, I plan on, fingers crossed, reading this at some point in 2025. Like I said, I want to try and get some reading done on things that I am going to enjoy, that I'm going to give a high rating to. And I do enjoy Danme quite a lot. I enjoy the fact that it's incredibly long and convoluted, and I enjoy the settings and the politics and the characters. So yeah, generally I am a fan of pretty much all of the Danme that I've read, even the most traumatic ones, I have enjoyed. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, I will enjoy this. If you're reading it at some point in time in 2025, if you're going to go through your Peach Flower House, let me know. Maybe we could do a buddy read, because it's always nice to have a bit of company when it comes to reading some of these things. I don't feel like I'm on my own. So yeah, this is one of the ones I'm happy to actually have in my collection. It does mean that I have very few of the Peach Flower House titles, but one more for quite a hefty price though, so better be worth it. So hopefully there's still enough light, because it's the winter and there's very little daylight wise. So I'll have to go through this pretty quick. This is Alice the 101st by Chigusa Kawaii, and this is a Doki Doki title. Now, I know you're thinking, hold on, you finished all your Doki Doki titles? I have, yes, I have. I had a list and I checked twice. I checked a few times, like what was on the list that was BL or BL-esque. And this, I think, just has pretty boys in it, which reminds me very much of Millennium Prime Minister, which is also a Doki Doki 4-volume title that they published that I picked up because I thought maybe it was BL or BL-esque, but actually it's very much less than that. It's that all it is there's pretty boys in it, and therefore, Fujo will want to read it, and I wasn't convinced. I think it does actually come up as like shoujo in the Manga Updates website. So I took it off my list. The other reason I took it off my list is because it's really quite difficult to get a full 4-volume set. Here in the UK, I've tried for years and years and years, and so I just was like, you know what? Why am I bothering if I'm not even going to be that, as I say, with it sitting in front of me? Why bother? I think also because I think Chigusa Kawaii had done either some like cover artwork for BL novels, or has some manga that is a little bit more BL-esque, and therefore, like Millennium Prime Minister, will publish their work that's actually shoujo. And that's kind of why people end up picking it up for Doki Doki. I was not actually that bothered about spending hundreds of pounds on a 4-volume series that I wasn't that bothered with, but when it was on sale for £15 plus £3.75 for shipping, so £18.75, I thought, why not? I can always, purchase the full 4 volumes, give it a read, see if it's actually worth keeping in my collection or selling on. And so that makes it £4.69 per volume, which I think is pretty good. It's less than £5. So I'm very happy about that price. Much better. Even the cheapest I've seen volume 1 go for is like £6.99. So happy to have this in the collection for that price, which is a rarity, I think. So yeah, we'll see if I end up keeping it in my collection. I feel like there's a few things that I could probably read and check to see if I want to keep in my collection from Doki Doki that might just be more shoujo-esque. And it's not like I wouldn't enjoy it or I wouldn't want to keep it. It's just, it's not part of the collection, which is supposed to be just BL. So yeah, this is just something that I was really happy with. And the person who sold it to me was very, very nice and packaged everything really lovely. So thank you so much to whoever sold it to me. I will give it a read and see what I think. And I'm still happy to have it in the collection for now, but maybe just for now. So I'm gonna fairly quickly go through some of like the random 1-volume titles, publishers and things that I've got. This is a vertical title. It's a small trim size vertical. This is Devil's Line by Ryo Hanada. This is like a vampire-y, I think. It looks, with the one eye thing, it's giving it's giving Tokyo Ghoul, isn't it? But I do think this is a vampire-esque one. But I did read the first volume of Blackguard by Ryo Hanada. It was the Kodansha title that I got for free digitally, and I really enjoyed it. And it was giving shades of, is there some sort of and then a few other people who've read Blackguard, more volumes of them, has gone, yeah, this is kind of BL. This is kind of very BL. So I wanted to read the first volume of Devil's Line as well and see if it was giving BL. If you have read Devil's Line, if you're a fan of Devil's Line, let me know. Is it BL-esque? Should I invest? Because this particular copy is very old. This is 2016. It's kind of beat up and it's not in the best condition. If I read it and I like it, I might try and see if I can pick up the other volumes for cheap and also better condition, because this one is pretty yellowed inside and stained, so it's probably not in the best condition to keep. But yeah, it's still not too bad considering how old it is, 8 years old. So yeah, I am going to give this a read and see what I think, and I'd love to hear your thoughts if you have read Devil's Line or if you're a fan of Ryo Hanada and what you think of their work, because I did enjoy Blackguard and I have been keeping an eye out for some of the volumes if they've been going for cheap, and I've almost picked up a couple of times just to see if they were BL-esque. So yeah, this is a one to watch, I think. Now I picked up an old TokyoPop. This is Kyokara Mao, Volume 4 by Temari Matsumoto. Temari Matsumoto is someone who has created BL manga, and Blue, the old TokyoPop yaoi imprint, did publish some of Temari Matsumoto's works, which I probably still have not read. God, I gotta get on that. So yeah, Kyokara Mao, I don't know how many volumes in the end were printed, but not too many. And this was very much the BL-esque, BL adjacent, made into an anime that I absolutely loved, especially because that first, the first episodes where he got slapped and therefore they were engaged to be married in this isekai. This is an isekai. This is what I love about it. It's an original isekai from back when we don't really talk about isekai so much. But yeah, so Kyo Karamao, the original BL isekai. I kind of want to collect them all, but some of them are a bit pricey. I've got, I think, volume 1 and volume 3, and so now I have volume 4. So I'm on the lookout for volume 2, so I could at least read the first ones. This one, how much did I spend on it? I don't think it was too bad. Oh, that's right. So I got quite a few things, and I almost got a discount on everything that I bought this month. So with the discount, I paid £5.60 for this volume. It's pretty old, but it's in quite good condition considering how old it is. And for £5.60, it's pretty good for my little Kyo Karamao collection that I'm slowly but surely getting. Some of the volumes are pricey, so I probably won't get a full set of whatever was actually printed in English, but I'm happy to have this one anyway. So I have volume 3, Hirano Kagiura by Sho Harusono. This is a yen price title. And I also know what you're thinking, like, hold on, we had this before, didn't we? Yeah, that was the one that I ended up sending back because of the damage to the cover, which I'm really pleased about because it was kind of pricey. It was like £6 or something like that. It was, anyway, I'm glad I got my refund, although I haven't actually checked to see. I probably should. I think I did get my refund for it because it was more expensive than I thought it was. I thought it was like £2 or £3, but actually it was like 6 or 7, and I'm like, hold on, I could just get a brand new copy for that. I did not. I got this. I got the second-hand one. This was £4.58. There you go. What a great bargain. And this is in much better condition. I don't even think this has been opened. It's pretty good. So yeah, this was one that I technically have already read because I did read the damaged copy, but I just didn't want to keep it because the cover and the back cover were so badly damaged. I'm like, no. Whereas this one is in pretty excellent condition for secondhand and for such a good price. £4.58 is a really good amount compared to what I paid for the last one. So yeah, this is going on to my I think just volume 4. I don't think there's a volume 5 out yet. Is there? I don't think so. So maybe I just need one more volume for this. That's pretty good, right? Another yen press title that I'm happy to add to the collection is The Otherworld's Books Depend on the Bean Counter. This is by Kazuki Irodori, Yatsuki Wakatsu, and Kika Ohashi. And this is volume 4. Yay! This was one of my most anticipated, and I haven't read it yet. But you know what? I think I'm going to get this read before the end of the year. It's just kind of arrived, so I've been kind of putting off. I've been doing other things. It's like Christmas and New Year, but I definitely think that I'll be able to read this before the end of the year and keep up to date. I know volume 5 has just been released, so I don't feel too bad about it. I would have liked to have been able to pick up the light novels because I know volumes 1 and 2 have been released, so I'd like to pick them up at some point. Hopefully get a good price for them. But yeah, this one, how much did I pay for this? My list, which is super long, because oh my goodness, so many things this month. Yeah, I paid with my discount, because I think I got a discount for everything, £6.04, which is really good actually for something that just came out this year. So this is a 2024 release. I think it was March, maybe, when it came out. So yeah, £6.04. That's pretty good. We'll add it to the collection and look out for a good priced volume 5 because I want to keep up to date with this series. I'm really enjoying it. This is another isekai. Who'd have thunk it? I really like isekais when they've got BL elements to them. So this one is very much more BL than Kyokaramao. Maybe. But yeah, this one I really enjoy. I'm loving it so much. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for volume 5 and add it ASAP, I think. Now this is the first of 3 things that I picked up from Sci-Fire's second-hand section, and I purchased it in November, so I actually got the November discount. I know that everyone's got discount codes all over the place, but I did get this as a discount. But then of course you get a big discount, and then you get I think it was a 10 or 15% discount or something. I think with the other 2 titles, it was supposed to be £22, and I got £7.50 or something off, and then you get the £2 added on for shipping. So I thought it's probably best if I just divide the total amount that I paid by 3 because I purchased 3 titles. So I may as well just price that. So originally this was going on the Sci-Fi site for £11 in 2, but with the discounts and everything, and if I just divide it by 3, then I paid £5.77. And I think that sounds really good for a volume 2 of Killing Stalking Deluxe Edition 7 Seas by Kugi. So I have volume 1 only. I have read it. I've read probably all of volume 2, but the digital version a long time ago. And so I'm not hugely like, oh my god, I must get all of the Killing Stalkings straight away. But as and when I can, and certainly when they're for good prices like that. So £5.77 is blooming good for one of these all colour, pretty solidly built, very chunky boy. So yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to get that. I will read this at some point, but I'm not champing at the bit because I don't need to, because I already know what the story's about. Except I don't know how it ends because I never read the end. So I will eventually have to collect all the volumes just so I can see what happens, because I don't know. Now this is the second thing that I put in my basket for that particular purchase. This is a Kodansha title. This is Love the Answer by Uta Isaki. It's not in the absolute best condition, but it's still pretty good, and it's a lot thicker and bigger than I thought it was, so I'm kind of happy about the amount of book I'm getting for the price. So this was originally on the website for £8.64, and with all the discounts, obviously it's going to be £5.77. So I'm pretty happy about that. Pretty good price for this. Even if it is a little bit, you can see there's a little bit of damage maybe on the front, and I think there's a bend at the back. But other than that, it's in perfectly good nick. So I'm happy because I'm very interested in reading it. Unfortunately, I didn't ever get round to reading Minakuna's Asexual. I think that was a digital title on a doujinshi manga sort of website. I don't know, I have not read it. But yes, Uta Isaki has produced a few works with asexual representation, and I very much would like to have a little bit more reading that is varied in that respect. So for sexualities, for the month of June especially. So this is going to go in my pile to read in the month of June. It's getting quite big, and I'm actually like happy about that. I've got like solid good titles to read in June, and that's what I'm going to end up reading. So some good representation, I think, for that. And yeah, I kind of want to know. It's been on my radar for a while, and I managed to pick up for a really good price, so I'm happy. This was the final thing I put in my basket, mainly just so I could get a good discount. This is Descendants of Darkness, Yami no Matsue. This is a shoujo title by Yoko Matsushita, and this is a Viz Media, number 7, volume 7. This was originally on the website for £3.21, but with all the discounts and everything like that, if I average it out, £5.77 seems like an okay price. It's supposed to be like £6.99 anyway, brand new. And this is actually in pretty good nick, and for some strange reason, it took forever to get to me. The other two arrived, well, I purchased it in November, but they arrived at the beginning of December, whereas this one just like arrived a couple of days ago. This is a lot later getting to me, and it's in pretty good condition. So I don't know if it was the original one that they had, and maybe there was an issue or something, or they just couldn't find it. I don't know, but yeah, I'm happy to have this in the collection. I will eventually get all of Descendants of Darkness. I'm just not making it a huge priority. Once again, it's one of those ones that I know about because of the animated version that was kind of like a Fujo-bait kind of thing. So I don't know how much of this is BL-esque. At some point I will read and watch all of these ones. I have digital copies of the anime in like this hard drive somewhere, so I can sit and watch them all and read and compare and contrast, which I'd like to do. But yeah, this one, eventually I will get the whole series, or at least what was published of it, because I don't think it was all published in English. I think it was a couple of years later we got a volume 13 in Japanese, and I think we only have a volume 11, up to volume 11 for this in English. So I don't know what is and what isn't available in English. But yeah, at least I've got this adding to the series. Now hopefully you can still see some. The light is going down quickly. Anyway, let's do this pretty quick. The White and Blue Between Us by Hiko. This is a Kodansha title. I have read this already digitally once again because I do end up getting some Kodansha titles occasionally from NetGalley, and I don't think I've actually written my review, so I need to do that by the end of the year. This really needs to happen. It was one of my goals for 2024 and I've not done it, so yeah, maybe by the end of the year. But yeah, I got this for a really good price though. I think it was £4.60, which is pretty good with the discount, because I got so many things either from World of Books or We Buy Books, and they all had like discounts and stuff. So if you buy X amount, you'll get something off, or you'll get a free book, that kind of thing. So with the discounts, it was pretty good. So £4.60 is pretty good for this. It's not my favourite. I think it was an only okay, and on the grand scheme of things, it'll be pretty low down. I think there's a lot more better BL titles out there. Not to say that if this is your favourite, I'm knocking it or anything. I just feel like it was full of tropes that I have read elsewhere that had more emotional impact. So yeah, it was okay, not great. Now, another one that I paid £4.60 for is The Girl That Can't Get a Girlfriend by Mieri Hiranishi. This is by Viz, and it was kind of like a big deal when the mangaka was able to get an actual traditional publishing deal, because it was kind of like out of nowhere. But they were publishing on Twitter and little snippets, and so it got picked up. And I think it got picked up by Viz before it actually got picked up. It was like a simulpub type thing, both in Japan and in English, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so it's another one to read in June. This is sapphic, so obviously by the title, The Girl That Can't Get a Girlfriend. So yeah, I'm hoping that this will get added to my list, and I'll be able to read this in June as well. I am really looking forward to June now, because I'm looking at my list and going, these are great titles. These are ones I'm looking forward to reading, and I kind of want to. So yeah, June hopefully will be a good month for my reading. But yeah, this is one that I had on my radar, and I'm really happy to add to the collection as well. Now, another one I'm adding to my June TBR. I'm just telling you, this is what I'm reading for June. 6 months, in 6 months time, this is what I'll be reading. At 30, I realized I had no gender. This is by Sho Arai, and this is a manga memoir. I really enjoy memoirs. It's quite nice to get into the head of someone else and their personality and their life experiences, and I always find them quite emotional when it comes to the manga and how they're expressed. So yeah, this one's one I had on my radar. There's a couple other TokyoPop ones. I'm trying to remember. Oh, like I Adopted My Husband, that one. So I'd like to be able to pick that one up as well. I almost bought it last month, but then the price changed and I didn't buy it in time. So unfortunately, this is the only TokyoPop one that I have so far. So yeah, I'm really happy to have this one, and it's in pretty good condition. It needs flattened out, but I did pick it up for £5.39, which I think is pretty good. £5.39. I don't know what it was originally supposed to be. I think it was all £5.99, but then I got the discount. So yeah, £5.39. Very happy about that. That's a really good price. So we'll try and do this quickly. This is the second time I've tried to film this. The books kept falling down. This is our Not So Lonely Planet Travel Guide, volumes 2 and 3. And I already have volume 1 physically, so this helps to add to the collection. I know there's volumes 4 and I think 5 out just now, and I've got digitally volumes 1, 2 and 3, so I've already read these, so they're just adding to the collection. They're not adding to my TBR, which is pretty good. I think a sneaky way of doing it. If I've already read them digitally, I don't think it should count. So this is gonna go pretty much just straight into my collection, so happy about that. I do want to read volume 4 and 5. This is a great series about two people who are traveling around. There's definitely some things going on, and I'm desperate to find out what's the deal with the two of them. I think it's going to be emotional. I really enjoyed Volume 3 because that was when they were in the UK, and so there was lots of UK Britishisms and stuff that was funny, especially when they were in Scotland, which was very amusing, for me anyway. But yeah, I got these up for good prices. So Volume 3 I got for £5.39, which is pretty good. And I'm wondering, how much did I pay? £6.87 for Volume 2. So yeah, I'm happy with these because TokyoPop is pricey, so these are good prices. And like I said, I'm adding to my collection, but not my TBR, which is great. Now, another one that I picked up 2 volumes of. I think this is just a 2-volume series. Hopefully, fingers crossed it is. I've just completed it. I'll need to find out. I do not know. This is This the Kind of Love I Want by Koki, Volumes 1 and Volume 2. How much did I spend? Volume 2 was £6.56. That's pretty good. And Volume 1 was £6.87. Also pretty good. So yeah, I got some good prices for these ones. I did almost pick up Volume 1 of this by Amazon. They were like reduced down to £7. So I still got a better deal. And these are in excellent condition. When I say excellent, they're basically brand new. So yeah, happy about these. These ones are going on my TBR, which is pretty good because actually when it comes to TokyoPop, I have read everything in my collection except for Double. And I have the 4 volumes of Double to read. Everything else I'm up to date with. So this is just adding some things. Here's some things to read because TokyoPop are churning them out and I am not picking them up. So the rest of what I want to show you is all TokyoPop. So yeah, I'm happy to add these to the collection and to the TBR. Now I also picked up volumes 2 and 3 of Mitsuka by Akabeko, and I have not got volume 1. So that means I will not be able to read these, which is fine. It just puts it off for a wee bit. It gives me a bit of leeway because I've still got quite a lot I can be reading. I was able to pick up Mitsuka Volume 2 for £7.28 and Volume 3 for £7.31. So these were still £7, just over £7, but still pretty good and very new. So yeah, these are pretty new ones for good prices. And I don't need to, worry about reading them ASAP because I can't. What a shame. I will get Volume 1. I don't know how many volumes there are in the series. Is it just 3? If you know, you can let me know because then I'm going to have to do a bit of research about these anyway, haven't I? But I have read some Akabeko works before, especially with Futekia. So we'll see if this is a kind of sense of foreboding and that kind of feeling is what I get from their work. So yeah, this one I will have to wait and try and see if I can get a volume 1 at some point. So I have The Black Cat and the Vampire volumes 1 and 2. I think this is just a 2-volume series, but once again, I do not know. I picked these up from World of Books with a bit of a discount. They were originally £6.60 for volume 1 and £6.90 for volume 2, but with my discount I got them both for £5.73 each, which is really good for these. They're pretty new, they're in excellent condition. I'm really happy about all of the TokyoPop that I got this month. They're in excellent condition. I really went all out and just bought quite a lot. This one just looks like my kind of thing. Vampires, Black Cat characters, yes please. Will I leave this until October? I don't know. I might not. I might just read it whenever I want to. Try and see if I can get through. TokyoPops are so easy to read. They're so consumable. So yeah, I think this is going to be one that I probably read before then. Just because, well, it's kind of calling to me. It's the kind of thing that I'll want to read sooner rather than later. So I picked up a couple of these titles. These are Whales of the Bound and Whales of the Bound Beta by Keri Kusabi. These have been available on Futekia for a while, but I think you needed to pay pay for points. I think you can buy I think you could read one on the subscription, but then the rest of them you had to buy. And it was like you could read a bit of it, but not the full thing. And I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed, which is why I don't have Futeki anymore. It's got to the point where I was just like, no. And they're not adding any new titles. I think they have just announced that they're adding some new titles to their subscription service, because what was the point? Honestly, why would you like here read volume 1, Whales of the Bound, but Whales of the Bound beta you need to purchase extra points for, even though you're already purchasing the subscription? Like, no, get the hell out of here. Anyway, especially when TokyoPop are publishing them physically, I'll want to read the physicals. I like physicals, that's why my collection is physical. Anyway, Whales of the Bound beta, which I'm guessing you read afterwards, is £6.42. And that was a really good deal. What did I buy the first one for? £6.61. So yeah, both of them £6 something. That's pretty darn good, isn't it? That is very good. It's one of those Omegaverse ones that I think are full of angst and anxiety and probably sexual assault. Who are we kidding? It's gonna be full of sexual assault. So yeah, not necessarily my favourite, but I do like the art style. It's very pretty. And finally, I have A Kiss That Stains the Innocence by Emu Sotome, Never Let Go by Saki Sakimoto, World's End Bluebird by... I can't even read that. I can't read it, it's too small. Let's Eat Together, Aki and Haru Volume 1, Makoto Taji, and Sating the Wolf by Troy Arukuno. So I've got a mixture here of Volume 1s. That's Never Let Go, I think, is a Volume 1. Is it? Or is it just... No, I think it is a Volume 1. And then the 2 standalones. So yeah, I got them all for pretty good prices. If I can actually see them. It's getting so dark. Never Let Go I got for £7.20. Kiss That Stains the Innocence, £6.46. World's End, £7.81. Let's Eat Together, £7.34. And Sating the Wolf, £7.15. So I think that's everything. So yeah, these are the last ones that don't have a second volume. A couple of them, I think, like Aki and Haru, I think there's quite a few volumes to that one. It's quite a thin one. But yeah, I think that it's... these are ones that I might be able to read quite quickly, either standalone or volume 1s. So that is everything. Hopefully it's not too dark. It's gonna have to be. I'm sorry. We are now at the point where the sun is going down and there's very little. It's still like mid-afternoon, but that's what happens when you live far north. So yeah, this is... I think there's around 30 volumes of BL, and then of course the ones that are not, like the 6 Crimson Cranes and Find Me, that kind of thing. But everything else. So as you can see, there's a fairly substantial stack of TokyoPop. Almost everything on the right hand side is just TokyoPop. And then I've got one larger trim size and then a couple at the top there. So yeah, this is an amazing haul. I have purchased, like I said, a couple more things, but they will come and they will be in next month's haul for the January. I will not get a lot of this read. This just happens. But I think I will get the Other Worlds books, Depend on the Bean Counter Volume 4 read. That's the one I'm like, let's read this before the end of the year. But then I also have lots of nice new things to read. And I'm very happy with the TokyoPop ones because I don't read... I can read them all, but I don't purchase a lot brand new. They're just the ones that I don't go out of my way to buy from the shops. It will be other things. But these are the ones that I will pick up when they are available for good prices. And that's the main thing, because a lot of these are like £14. And so to get them for 6 or 7, half price, is much better. Especially in the condition that these are all in. Amazing. Amazing price. And I don't know if they're going to fit into some of the reading challenges and things I'm going to be planning in 2025. I would love to know what your plans are for 2025, and if you're planning on doing what I do every year, which is at the end of the year, like now, start going through everything you've purchased and totaling it up and seeing how much you've spent or how many volumes you've bought or what publisher you've got. So yeah, things like that. All of those videos, hopefully, fingers crossed, to come. I might get some time off in January to actually relax and do things and make videos, because it feels like I haven't been doing that this year. If you've been following along with me on my channel this year, you might have noticed I've been very lax. It's just been a busier working year, and so yeah. Anyway, this is everything that I got for the month of December 2024. It's a lot. It's obviously not 7, so I failed miserably this year. Yeah, I'm looking at my numbers already going, wow. Compared to previous years, wow. So yeah, let's look forward to those stats videos to come in the January. Anyway, thanks for watching to the end of this video. Take care, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!